Hello, good morning, Renata. Welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing in the chat? This is Saint Kotar, a Halloween special. Noren.
Ah, you made it past the wall of crosses. Through tall trees, unmarked paths, and unnatural, dreadful silence. Into the heart of darkness where you invited us to meet.
You invited me. Who are you?
We invited you?
You have, with your deeds.
I don't understand.
So we invited you? I was confused. Okay, whatever you say.
What is this place? Why are we here?
This church was built with one purpose only, to repel evil from the Carcassa forest. It failed miserably, and was absorbed by darkness instead.
Chief, we'd appreciate it if you could tell us what's going on.
Words are unnecessary. Light always reveals. Lights on, officer! Now, take a good look.
I see blood coming out of the window. Is that blood? I'll be surprised if that is not blood.
God.
Oh my god! Who is that body? He was hanged, but that does not explain the blood.
What? Tell us, why are we here?
Lights off! Ranko Merzel, the beloved mayor of Sveti Kotar, hanging up there all alone with a dreaded yellow mask. Underneath the mask, he has nothing left. His face ripped off, his eyes gouged out and eaten. His skull cut open, and parts of his brain eaten. All whilst alive, tortured cruelly by the moon ghouls, or those that want to become one. In the very end, his chest and abdomen were torn and his heart ripped out, to be devoured.
His body is still up there. How could you possibly know all these things?
Right.
We don't have to pull him down to know what happened. We've seen this too many times in our lives.
So this has happened before with the other dead people. So are they human sacrificers?
Who are the moon ghouls?
Saborans is their name. Servants of the moon demons. Some people believe they're not humans, but rather evil entities that take human form. We don't know who they are. They're hiding in the shadows, impossible to find.
So you're saying a cult? Then this is terrible.
This is a horrific crime scene. We shouldn't be here.
Is this the way you welcome strangers in your town?
We know the mayor was murdered by Nermin, a man who decided to worship the moon deities. The past teaches us we are unable to see the true soul of other people, no matter how close they are to us.
So you interrogate strangers and tell them of the existence of malicious beings, and in the end you show them their prey?
Nermin didn't feast on the mayor's corpse alone. There was someone else who joined the ritual.
And you are suspecting my wife joined the ritual? Are you serious? But who is Nerman anyway? So the murderer has been identified already.
The name Nermin doesn't mean anything to us.
We're here for the first time in our lives, Chief. What do you want from us?
Yeah.
Lies. All lies. Where's Victoria? Or should I call her Petra instead?
What do you mean?
We know she used the name Petra when introducing herself around town.
Our mother's name.
We just don't know where she's hiding, and we need you to tell us.
We don't know where she is. We have answered that 1,000 times already.
We don't know. When we woke, she wasn't in the house.
It was our plan to go looking for her, but then your men intercepted us. We don't know where she is.
Why do you think she's hiding?
Do not try to make a fool of me. She was seen pushing a man from the castle roof last night. And when we found his severed head, he wore a yellow mask. We know she helped Nermin. Her scratch pad was found up in the belfry, amongst pieces of human flesh. If you want us to search for her, fine. Once we find her, she'll face the same fate as Nermin. They'll beg us to end their lives.
Well, that tells us how competent you guys are. You guys know the murderer Nermin. You guys have identified him. I guess this is not the only case that he is involved in, and still, he is on the loose. So what is up with that?
Why would she help Nermin, a complete stranger to her?
The Saborans cult needed a witch among them? Morbidity and the occult fascinate her? She's your sister, you should know that.
This is insane. My wife would never do harm to anyone, let alone join a cannibal cult.
Who was the man she allegedly pushed from the roof?
We're still trying to fish his body parts from the chasm below the castle. Whoever he was, he's just one piece of the puzzle.
So essentially, we got 2 dead bodies here then. One hanging outside on the building, and the other landed in pieces in the basement. We got 2 bodies.
How can you be so sure of her guilt? What proof do you have?
We found her belongings in the belfry, and her coat in the woods, not so far from here.
Coat? How do you know it's hers?
A coat, badly damaged, with blood stains. Her wallet and personal ID were inside, but we also found something else next to it. An eviscerated fetus.
Oh. Oh. I think I should let my brother-in-law answer the question, guys.
My sister was pregnant?
She still is. Don't you understand what they're trying to do here?
Victoria sacrificed her unborn child to the moon demons.
Oh my god.
No. This is not possible. She would never.
We know she's hiding somewhere, and we know you're lying, which makes you her and Nermin's accomplices. She even tried to make us believe she killed herself after the murders.
Why do you think she tried to fake her own death?
There was a suicide note in her coat.
What?
Many have taken their own lives in this forest. She thought she could trick us with a message of repentance. Pathetic.
An accomplice? I fell asleep the moment we entered that house. I am a man of God. How dare you put such sin on my soul?
I've seen many people say or think they're godly men. That means nothing. Faith is more than mere words. You clearly don't have any intention to help us, but we might have means to change your mind.
Are you gonna torture us?
Chief, do you really think we would be lying? Is my wife really capable of committing such atrocities?
Look around. Can you smell death? Can you sense wickedness? Of course I believe that. This is a cursed land. And I don't know who you are, and I don't trust you. None of you. Take them away. Make them talk.
Oh
Gentlemen.
no.
You know how this works. Follow me.
They're going to torture us, guys.
Why have we stopped, Detective?
Someone needs to help you out. I'm letting you go.
What? You letting me go? You letting us go? Why?
All of a sudden, you want to help us? Why?
Your sister came here to join a madman? She chose this town to fulfill her occult desires? And you're helping her to hide. That's insane. Maybe she got kidnapped by Nermin and... I don't know. You must find her as quickly as possible.
Chief Noren will be furious with you.
I never lied to him. Or at least it's what he thinks. He won't question my decision to let you leave. But you have to give me your word you won't leave town. We have your passports, but one can always find a way out if he wants to.
We promise.
I wouldn't question a word from two priests.
I promise.
Start your search with the warden.
Well, more stuff. At least we got to meet someone sensible, guys. I think it's the missing part of the brain that is doing the good deeds. So nice meeting ya, more stuff.
Dr. Kotar?
I was with him last night before the incident at the castle. He was already looking for Victoria.
Before the incident? Are you sure?
My head injury sometimes makes me have memory lapses, but you don't have to question my intelligence.
I'm sorry, but I knew it. The moment I saw that man, I knew there was something creepy about him.
I don't know how, but he might be somehow connected with her disappearance.
Right. The doctor, the mad doctor. Maybe he's involved, or maybe he's not, I don't know.
Could he be found at a mental hospital?
Oh no, you can't possibly get to the Marov Asylum. It's off limits for non-staff or non-inmates. The doctor resides at the only lodge in this town, the Goldine Lodge. And that's where you should go first.
Where's this lodge located?
From here, go down towards the lake. Once you reach the shore, go left. You can't miss it.
Why did he stay at the house while we were being interrogated?
He wanted to make sure Victoria wasn't there, but to tell you the truth, I think he had other reasons. I'm not sure.
Anyway, what time is it? Yeah, I can't really tell, guys. I think it is midnight. Yeah, we woke up around sunset time.
What time is it?
I don't know, but it's getting late and you should act immediately.
The train is about to leave soon.
You don't know the time? Are you serious? Don't you have a watch? Or maybe time stopped here. Time does not exist in this town.
Could you give me my belongings back?
That I cannot do. I'm sorry.
We have to go now.
A few words of advice before we part ways. There is a reason why this town looks desolate, even in broad daylight. Don't get yourself fooled by the lights you see here. This soil is cursed, and the air tainted with wickedness. I know you can sense it. It's the opposite of what you're used to. Be wary while wandering around. Under no circumstances you should go into the forest or onto the mountain. They are forbidden. Stick to the town. The moon ghouls are impossible to find, except for when it's too late for oneself. God bless you all. I hope you find salvation in spite of the horror all around you.
This is so awesome, guys.
We have to split, Benedict.
Have to
I'm going
split?
to the lodge. You should go back to the house, in case Victoria comes back.
No, I don't want to go back to the house. That forsaken place. I'm not going back to the house. Why don't I go to the lodge, you go back to the house? I don't want to go back.
I don't know my sister anymore. She became a person I've dreaded my whole life. She's a devil worshipper, a murderer, a person acting against God.
That we don't know. That we don't know for sure.
Who is she? How could she change so much?
Since when do you trust other people? They are lying, Benedict.
Yeah.
Victoria is innocent.
You're trusting people who don't know, who you don't know. That is just crazy, even though you guys grew apart. So I'm doubting that the sister is changing into something so evil, guys. Oh, we still have that, that fetus, huh? The unborn child. Oh, that is horrible.
Did she drag me here to sacrifice me? Like she did with her unborn child?
Hey, she did not do that.
Yeah.
Our child is not dead. The chief is lying. Before this journey, when was the last time you saw her?
How many years ago? A couple of years? So that's not too long ago.
A couple of years ago, I guess.
I see and talk to her every waking hour since we married. People don't change that much. She's a good person.
They don't change. They just strip the facade and show their true self. If they are lying, how do you explain her scratch pad in the belfry?
I don't know.
And what about her coat? Or the fact that she used my mother's name to introduce herself?
We should ask if this is true. The only person she spoke to after arriving here is the lady from the souvenir shop over there.
Don't forget, she was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof by multiple witnesses.
Maybe she was assaulted. We don't know who that man is, and what really happened last night. If we don't succeed in finding her soon, going to the castle is something we should consider. And this is partly on us. If we weren't so weak, we wouldn't have been drowned into a nightmarish cycle of dreams. Just look around you. It's already night, for God's sake.
I have noticed that too.
I've noticed. It means we slept for more than half a day.
Even when dead tired, one can never sleep that much. It's unnatural. The house definitely did this. Because we were weak.
Or maybe that is something that can be explained? Like someone pumping sleeping gas into the house? I'm sure there's a scientific reason behind this, guys.
It's my fault? It was her idea to make me come here, and she picked that damned house. How do you explain the balcony horror?
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain many things. I'm just trying to find a meaning in all this madness. We should move, brother. She might already be back at the house, or in danger at the hands of that warden.
No. I'm leaving.
You what?
You cannot just leave! You're leaving your sister behind!
I'm leaving. Going back to Budapest.
You won't make it past the border. You don't have your passport.
I'll be fine. Given the circumstances, Father Imre will understand why I didn't talk to the priest of Sveti Kotar.
But he will judge you if you leave your sister here.
You're lying if you say you don't care about Victoria. I'm sure deep inside you still care about her.
I don't care about Victoria and what she got into. God will be her judge.
God will condemn you for leaving your sister to die here. Open your eyes! She's the only real family you have.
You two are sharing the same blood, that is true.
My family died the day my father left us. I'm with God alone now.
If you leave, you will pursue your own selfish desires, not his will and words. She was accused wrongly. You need to stay here and help me find her in the name of faith.
You think she might be back at the house?
Could be. It's the only place where she knows we might be. Are you going to help me?
Wow, is this option really going to change the game, guys? Of course we are staying, but I'm just curious. If I pick this choice here, what will happen to the game? But I'm not going to. We are staying for obvious reasons.
I'm going to the house, and if she's there, I'm leaving at once.
You both wait on me, but stay out of the house and hide somewhere outside. The warden or the police might come back. I'm going to the lodge. Be careful.
Oh, I guess we are on our own. So we are heading back to the house, guys. My brother-in-law, Nikolai, is going to the lodge. Anyway, hello everybody in the chat again. Co-Master Gaming, welcome to the stream. There seems to be more dialogue and chatting in this game than any other game you play? Yes, because this is an adventure game after all. That's what I love about adventure games. They are long-winded, the conversations are there, for obvious reasons, because storyline comes first, ahead of other things, like gameplay and puzzles. This is what I adore about adventure games. I haven't played a game this serious in a very long time, guys. This game reminds me of Black Mirror. The 3 Black Mirror games, which I love. The atmosphere is very similar. Yeah, it does look very dreadful, huh? But it still is very awesome. Looks so dreary, but the music is very nice. Yeah, so far, the voice acting is very nicely done. Okay, so we do have options to head into other buildings here, but I think we are supposed to go back to the house. Is that like the souvenir store? My sister stopped here yesterday night. Can I talk to the lady? Oh, we are here. Souveniric Lavniak. Picture of a lion.
Souvenirnica Lavenjak. Ah, the drawing makes perfect sense. Lav in Croatian should mean lion. It evokes a repulsive feeling, and I guess that is its purpose, but I'm not sure it's something God would approve of, no matter the cause.
Yeah, my rosary got taken from me, guys. In the interrogation room. Can I buy something else to protect myself? Like the cross? Can we buy something here?
Tiny chairs of torture and bells. I must say they are faithfully recreated to the smallest detail. They look so awkward and unnatural, as if made by someone who never saw them living. Statues and death masks of Ivan Kotar, and some small-sized replicas of the torture wheel.
I really like his voice actor, guys. He has a very nice soothing voice, and that really fits the character.
Weird executioner masks. They genuinely look old.
Executioner mask. They do look terrifying.
A strange, tiny-sized tree with red leaves. Growing out of a head vase makes it even stranger, if not morbid. Madam?
Do I look like a madam to you?
Well,
You're going to make me blush, sir. Welcome to my little hut. My name's Ida. Ida Lavnjak.
Mademoiselle Ida, I apologize.
I already know your name.
How? Do I know you?
Not really, but you know my sister. I was with her last night.
Oh, yes, I remember now. The shy and anxious older brother, Benedict. Or should I say, monk Benedict.
She said that?
No, sir, it's just the way you looked. Why didn't you come closer when we called you?
Her eyes focused somewhere behind me, with a weary and terrified gaze.
It's all right, you don't have to answer. Where's Victoria?
I don't know. I was hoping you could help me. Have you seen her today?
No, I don't think so.
Last night, did she come back after we left the square?
There were a lot of people here long after that, and I was preparing to close, so I really couldn't say. What's going on?
She disappeared.
Oh no, not her, not again. I hope she's not another victim of the moon.
Another victim of the moon. So you know about this, huh?
She was seen pushing a man from the castle's roof last night.
I heard about that accident this morning. She did that. She really pushed that man.
Eyewitnesses saw her.
Liars. Who are these people?
Does it really matter?
You believe their story. You really think she did it?
You've heard about the mayor.
Heard what?
They found his body in the forest.
What? Who told you that?
The police forced me to see it. The body was hanged from the belfry of the Church of Mary. Mutilated, disemboweled, and half-eaten by the crows.
Those animals. I'm sorry you had to see that. Poor mayor. I'll light up a candle for him today.
What can you tell me about Nedman?
Never seen him, but have heard and retold many stories about him. What do you want to know?
It's a small town. How come you've never seen him?
Because he's one of those who lives under the moonlight, while the rest of us do our best to keep away from it.
A moon ghoul?
The worst of them all. I feel lost now. Why are you asking me all these questions? And you didn't answer me. You think your sister pushed that man? You really think she's capable of doing it? I know her very little, but I know those accusations are absurd.
She is capable, and I believe she did it.
Wow.
Listen carefully.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Benedict.
Her husband Nikolai and I are now suspects. The police think we are hiding her somewhere, which makes us look like accomplices of Nermin. She did something to keep us stuck in the house. We woke up having no memory of what happened last night. At the same time, she was seen by multiple witnesses pushing a man from the roof. In the vicinity of Merzel's body, they found her coat and other belongings. She was there. She did it. She helped Nermin.
I don't know what to say except that Victoria is a good person. She looks so gentle and vulnerable. Like a butterfly. I refuse to believe these things, but I could be wrong. I'm sorry, Benedict. How can I help?
I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe only God can do something. Not even God. She's lost forever.